Good morning and thanks for joining us on AccuWeather Early. I'm Melissa Constanzer.
And I'm Anna Azallion. It's Thursday, December 26th. Here's what we're covering for you this morning.
Forecast across the country because we do have the satellite and radar showing some activity out there this morning, and even where you can't see it, there is still some fog contentions.
Yes, several areas with precipitation right in the Midwest, down in the South, and out in the Northwest as well.
Yeah, this next storm system coming into the western U.S. does produce some very heavy rain for many locations, so we will be dealing with that, and also some snow in a few spots like Boise.
Yeah, temperature-wise, we're in the 40s for the most part in the Northwest there as we move east.
Even some thunderstorms there in Houston. And if you look across the radar right now this morning, you might be wondering, well, where is it at? Not a whole lot. There is some thunderstorms here in the Gulf of Mexico just east of Houston, but that's not going to be quite as big of a player, though it is going to feed into the moist pattern. Really, the storm system is just getting going across the Texas Panhandle. You can see some of those showers already out there. What we will find later in the day is thunderstorms will develop, and what that will lead to is kind of a widespread stormy pattern here across some of the south central U.S. It includes cities like Dallas as we head through today. Even Oklahoma City will at least have that chance for rain as this low pressure system works its way off towards the east. Off later today, and you can already see where some of that wet weather has developed along the Red River Valley. It gets going a little bit more intently as we go through the afternoon. Those thunderstorms try to become more of a line into this evening, and throughout the day, then throughout the night, I should say, this whole storm complex pushes east. It does allow for some drying on the backside of it, but plenty of moisture still builds farther to the east. So we will be tracking more of that risk for severe weather right along the central Gulf Coast as we head through Friday afternoon. And then all of this activity keeps charging its way eastward here, quieting us down heading into the weekend. Our severe weather risk for tomorrow, a lower scale here just because a lot of the energy starts to depart and leave to the north. So we don't quite have that risk as Anna is staying pretty stormy here.
Yeah, we are seeing very active weather across the country, which of course is not great news for the post-holiday travelers, people who maybe spent Christmas.
It's going to create most of the headaches as far as travel today. Also across the Northwest, Anna was talking about how much moisture, how much rain is pushing in over the next couple of days. So it's really going to be back to AccuWeather Early, and thanks for watching on this Thursday morning. We're ending the year with some of the best weather videos of 2024.
Yeah, we scoured through social media and all of our video from the past year to bring you some of the most captivating images from around the world, from hurricanes to animal rescues and some of the strangest weather we've seen. Here's Tony Laback with the top tornadoes of the year. Well, we see this next storm already moving in off the coast, even thunderstorms down in southwestern Oregon there. Some snow mixed in the mountains. We've already seen close to a foot of snow in some areas and could see another foot of snow over the next couple of days. So especially anyone who might be driving through Snoqualmie Pass or any of the mountains there, keep in mind you might run into some closures. You might run into especially restrictions like needing chains on the tires, things like that. But let's break down this next round of storms because, of course, since it's multiple atmospheric river events bringing heavy rain, we've got some concerns. Flooding is, of course, a concern, along with mudslides and power outages, especially because of some gusty winds, especially on the coast. Now, we've seen what some of these gusty winds have done down in Santa Cruz, where the pier collapsed, even turning deadly. So more of these damaging wind gusts are to be expected, more snow mixing in. But then there's the next round of storms right behind it. We're not getting much of a break here. So if you're not used to the rain yet, you should probably
see even some snow showers into the Great Lakes. We're still keeping some of that active pattern across the Northwest. Elsewhere, fairly quiet. So if you are headed to the big ball drop, that is, in New York City, New Year's Eve ball drop, 46 degrees. Rain right there. Lots of ponchos most likely for this event as we go into the start of 2025, which the first day of 2025 shows the moisture still kicking around the Northeast. Unfortunately, still more rain and some snow showers. So if you do have plans in the Northeast, keep the poncho handy.
Well, one round of storms wraps up Friday, and then we see the next round moving right in for the weekend in the Northwest. This should all look pretty familiar because we've seen several atmospheric river events at this point, bringing maps just like this that we've been showing you over the last couple of days. Now, similar issues that we're talking about, the risk of flooding and mudslides, because we've already really saturated the ground with all of the rain that we've seen, and we're adding more rain on top of that. Now, the other issue is going to be the gusty winds. At the coast especially, we could see 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. and that creates the risk of wind damage and power outages as well. And then there's the snow melt that is contributing to the avalanche risk. That were inches of rain more in Northern California versus up further north into Oregon and Washington. So get ready for heavier rain in Northern California for the weekend. Everybody else, though, still getting a couple inches of rain expected. Again, adding on to rain that we have already gotten, leading to that flooding.
There's been a stormy time developing across the south, and that continues to push its way east on Friday. Look at where the moisture is now, right along the Mississippi River. We're going to be talking about some soaking rain, thunderstorms, and even some potential for severe weather. How we start off here Friday, drier in a place like Dallas, even Houston trying to dry out, but you can see the thunderstorms in Jackson, Mississippi, temperatures there in the mid-70s. Nashville heading into the mid-50s. Watch this future radar. Take it throughout the day here with these thunderstorms right across Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. More moisture feeding into the southern side of this. So for the central Gulf Coast, that's where our severe weather threat will be with some of those thunderstorms. As this pushes east, heading into Friday night, all of a sudden Atlanta gets into it, even into early Saturday morning. So for Saturday, what does all this mean for us? It still means more potential for severe weather, unfortunately. Our highlighted zone here takes you for Saturday from New Orleans